Welcome to the Crochet Gateway. Today I'm going to show you how to do the wonderful broomstick stitch. This is a blanket that is over 25 years old that I've given to my husband using his college school colors. The broomstick. It's classic, it's easy, and it's wonderful for beginners or any type of crocheter. In order to do the broomstick stitch, you will need a 1-inch dowel. Now this dowel I bought from Lowe's home improvement store. So it's a very long dowel. You can also buy smaller and plastic dowels at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. They are available. I personally like the wooden dowels from Lowe's because I can do any size blanket using this dowel. So you will need a 1-inch dowel. You will need a G-hook or a hook of your preference and yarn that accompanies the hook that goes with it. The broomstick stitch I learned when I was about 10 or 11 years old, and so it is great for beginners. When you learn the broomstick, you must know how to chain. You will cast on and cast off. Everything you do will be in increments of 5. And you must know how to single crochet. If you can do these things, you can learn the broomstick. Now, why is it called the broomstick? Well, a long time ago, women would do this stitch actually on a broomstick. I've tried it on a broomstick. I've also tried it on a mop handle. So anything that produces a circle that is at least 1 inch in diameter would work. So I have chained 20 right here, 20 regular chains. So I'm going to do 5 more chain. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And notice that I went to 25, and you can pick any number as long as it is a multiple of 5. Now this could be the width of a scarf. If you did a baby blanket, you might go to 50 or 60. The blanket that I showed you earlier was a chain of 160. It doesn't matter, you can choose the length, the width of your project. So I'm going to show you using the number 25. And once I got to number 25, then we pull the loop big and place it onto the dowel. Okay? And don't ever pull it too tight. Then you would go into the next link of the chain, pull it through, and put that on the dowel and tighten it. Now, you go all the way down the chain and you find the best way and place to put your dowel between your knees, next to you, whatever is most comfortable. So you are casting on to the dowel. So you're going in, grabbing the yarn, pulling it through and putting it onto the dowel and tightening it up just so that it's right there around the end of the dowel. Okay, and over time your dowel will get really worn in just the right places as you work. And as I said, this is very good for beginners. 10-year-olds can learn this stitch. I've taught it before to my students, and it is wonderful. So this was the very first stitch that I ever learned. Although I've done the granny square more, this one is the one I think of when I think about when I first learned to crochet, the broomstick. So I'm going down the chain and placing the loops onto the dowel. And sometimes you do have to slide it a little bit, and that's fine. And you pull through and put it over the top. All of my sisters, we all learned this stitch. And I would say that we could all still do this stitch. It's not one that you can forget once you learn to do it. So we're casting on. This multiple of 5. So I will be casting on 25. I know I'm getting close to 25. Here we go. Pulling it through and over the top. See how easy this is? You don't skip anything on the chain. You just go in right into the next one and put it on. Casting on. And when I first learned, I used a shorter dowel. I used a plastic dowel. But as I got older and wanted to make bigger blankets, I needed a bigger dowel. So now I love the wooden dowel for making these kinds of blankets. Now, I'm at 25. This was my last one. I'm at the end of the row. There is no more chain left. There should be 25 on the dowel, but I'm actually not even going to count. Once you get all of the chain onto the dowel, you kind of want to scrunch it up and push it toward the end, because now we're going to be taking off pieces, the dowel pieces, and hooking them together with the single crochet. And you can only imagine how many we take off at once. It will be 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take it off. I usually put it into and hold it like this. Then you have your working yarn. You're going to go in through all 5 and do a single crochet on the very first loop. Now that one doesn't count as your 5. On the very first one you have to do 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we take the next group of 5 we're ready to do 5 more singles. Go in through all 5, pull it through. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how we have 2 groups of 5? What we're doing is we're taking 5 loops off, hooking them together with 5 singles. The thing that's good is these will not decrease. These are not going to grow smaller. You have to watch over here where your hand is more than these 5, okay? So you want to have your fingering good. So you go in, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're at the last group. It won't surprise you that we had 5 groups because we did a 25 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The dowel is empty, but look at that. We have 5 groups of 5. When you get to the end and your dowel is empty, you pull the loop big and you're going to start to cast on again. So you'll go into the very next link of the top where you were doing your singles, and you'll go back down again. Just be consistent. If you want to go through both parts of the single, go through both parts. If you want to go through just the back, go through the back. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this would be 4. 5. So you would continue to cast on. 1 cast on per single crochet. Now, what if you're casting off and you come down and you only have like 3 or 4 left? It's not a major problem. I'm sure it happened to me a lot when I was younger. Still always do 5. You can make up for it. You might drop a loop here or there or skip part of the chain. But your thing is that if it is not 5 when you're casting off, pretend it is. Okay? So you will continue to go down the chain, casting on. There's always quick results with the broomstick, and it is a very, very pretty stitch. Each side is different. So I'm casting on. So I have 2 left, so I know I'm going to cast on at least 10 more times. 1. You don't have to count though. I mean, you just do the best you can and go into the next link each time, and then you will have a wonderful blanket. So whatever size you choose, small, medium, or large, make sure it is a multiple of 5. I think I've seen other videos where they use different numbers, but I have always used 5 and always will. I think it looks the best. So we're casting on. I'm going to do, so we're at the very last one here. Our dowel has all it needs. When I was making the other one, sometimes the dowel would get very, very full. And so casting on. So now it's time to cast off. When I get to the end of this row, I'm going to show you how you would switch colors. So I'm going to take 5 off. Remember on the very first one it doesn't count, so that would be the beginning stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the next. You can get pretty quick at this too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now We're taking off the last 5 and our dowel is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, at this point, this is where you can change colors. This is where you can grab a new color and cast on with the new color, or you can continue with the other one. But once your dowel is empty and you've gone down the road, this is where you would change colors. This is where I went from orange to white to blue. So you would grab the new color, knot it off, and cut off the other one. It's actually very simple to do. So you would grab a new color, pull the old color tight, tie it, and then begin casting on with the new color. But let's look at this. So here we have 5 rows. Broomstick, it looks better as you go along. Each side, it looks different. When you cast on with a new color, it's always neat how the other color is woven in right here. So the broomstick, get your dowel, get a broomstick and some yarn, decide what size you want, and you will truly enjoy the broomstick. It is a classic and wonderful stitch, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you, and good luck from the Crochet Gateway.